Hey there, Nighttime Philosophers! Tonight, we're setting sail into one of the most mysterious legends of all time. A story whispered across centuries, wrapped in myth and soaked in salt water. Close your eyes and picture it. A shining island nation, full of gold and temples, more advanced than anything else in the world. But then, in a single day and night, it sinks beneath the waves, lost forever. This is the legend of Atlantis. But was it ever real, or just a metaphor, a cautionary tale wrapped in fantasy? Let's drift together into ancient texts, lost civilizations, and strange coincidences, and see if we can decide for ourselves. Atlantis first appears not in a dusty old ship log or treasure map, but in the writings of the Greek philosopher Plato. Around 360 BCE, he described a powerful island civilization beyond the Pillars of Heracles, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, Atlantis was wealthy, beautiful, and highly advanced. The people had technology, architecture, and knowledge that outshined all of Greece. But, and this is the twist, they grew greedy, arrogant, and corrupted by their power. The gods, as the story goes, were not pleased, and so, in a sudden cataclysm, the entire island was swallowed by the sea, gone. Plato said this happened 9,000 years before his time, a massive stretch of history, and he claimed it was a true story, passed down through Egyptian priests and recorded in ancient texts. But here's the thing. There's no evidence Atlantis existed, not in archaeology, not in recorded history, just Plato's story. So, was it ever meant to be taken literally? Some scholars say Atlantis was a metaphor, a moral warning about pride, excess, and the fall of great civilizations. Just like a bedtime story meant to keep a child humble, Atlantis may have been a tale designed to keep Greece in check, a philosophical mirror. But others think maybe Plato was preserving a memory, and that's where things get strange. There's a theory called cultural memory, the idea that a story told over and over for centuries might preserve the core truth of something real, even if the details change. Imagine ancient people witnessing a massive tsunami, or a volcanic eruption, or a continent slowly disappearing under rising seas. Those stories might become myths, exaggerated, poetic, dreamlike. So, what if Atlantis wasn't one place, but many? Some point to the island of Santorini, once known as Thera. Around 1600 BCE, it was the heart of the Minoan civilization. Wealthy, elegant, full of art and seafaring knowledge. Then, a volcanic eruption wiped out part of the island and destabilized the region. Could that disaster have inspired the Atlantis myth? Others suggest Tartessos in Spain, or Doggerland, a submerged landmass beneath the North Sea that once connected Britain to Europe. It slowly disappeared under rising water around 6000 BCE. Even Antarctica has been proposed, based on an odd theory that the icy continent once sat in a warmer, livable position due to a crustal shift. It sounds strange, but what if we're just digging in the wrong places? Then there's the Bimini Road, an underwater formation near the Bahamas. It looks like large rectangular stones laid out in a path. Some believe it's a natural formation. Others are sure it's a man-made road, maybe built by Atlanteans. And what about the Nazca lines in Peru? Giant designs carved into the earth, only visible from above. Some believe ancient people had help or knowledge far beyond what should have been possible. Could Atlantis have shared such knowledge with distant civilizations? Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet of the 20th century, claimed that Atlantis was real and located near the Caribbean. He predicted that parts of it would rise again in the 1960s. That didn't happen, but still, his followers believe Atlantis was once a spiritual and technological utopia, and that our souls might even carry echoes of it in our dreams. But let's step back for a moment. Why are we so drawn to this story? Atlantis is more than a place. It's a mood, a longing, a what-if that tickles the back of our minds. What if we once had more? Not just gold or cities, but wisdom, harmony, connection to something greater. What if we lost it, and deep down we're trying to remember? Some say the myth of Atlantis keeps appearing because we sense that something is missing in our world, and the dream of a better past comforts us. Atlantis becomes a stand-in for all we've forgotten. Maybe we're not supposed to find Atlantis. Maybe we're just sleeping, waiting to rediscover it. So, was Atlantis real? Maybe it was a poetic warning. Maybe it was a warped memory. Or maybe it's out there, still waiting beneath the waves. Sleep on it. And as you drift off tonight, remember, not all lost cities are gone. Some just live inside us, glowing quietly, waiting to be dreamed again. Sleep well, dream deep, and keep wondering.